With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. The Hawks are one of the most dangerous scoring teams in the league. Trae Young says, we have guys who can make shots and make threes and really get our offense going. We can put up points really quick. We always have a belief that we're in the game. Guys, back to you.
Well, with a guy like Trae Young, it all starts with him. David, thank you. One thing that can be entertaining at this time of every season is how unexpected rivalries, Greg, begin to develop.
Yeah, teams that might not be traditional rivals have a few heated games early on, and now their matchups become must-see TV. Happens every season.
So the New York starting five. Frazier is out there with Starks. Then it's Lucas. Then it's Barrett. And it's Ewing in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Hawks, they've got Fresh. Wilkins is out there with Maravich. And it's Mutombo. And it's Pettit at the 4 slot. Now here's Fresh. It's deflected. Mutombo against Barrett. Over Mutombo. Barrett, no good. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Offensive rebound. Fresh. Pass to Mutombo. Offline with the baseline jumper. Starks outside. In the corner, Barrett with it. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Fresh. Maravich with it. Picked up by Barrett.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And this offensive system, Brad, that the Hawks run, it allows for a lot of creativity.
Yeah, lots of dribble handoffs at the top of the key. You obviously have the, in case of emergency, break glass player in Trae Young. But they're not afraid to attack mismatches, and this is the type of offenses that I think a lot of players would enjoy playing in.
And Maravich, the skill set, how savvy he is, and then the showmanship that he brings to the table. I don't know that we've ever had a guy more creative at the game of basketball.
Now here's Lucas. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Frazier. Off target from outside. The Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Fresh. That ball. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city.
Good on both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Fresh, the pass to Maravich. Driving inside. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. Starks kicks to Frazier. And the pass to Lucas. And Lucas slams it in.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Fresh can't get it to go.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
11 feet away. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, kind of knocked that down.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
Knicks trail by 3. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Such a young roster. The Hawks exceeded expectations in that 21 season. They finished as the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference then.
Yeah, and many were shocked when Atlanta, Brent, made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? So much just came together and really accelerated their competitive timeline. You just can't get ahead of that, though. You gotta take things a step at a time, and their core players are still intact, and I think this team is poised to return to that kind of competitive level this year.
Now here's Fresh. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
They get it again. Out to Monroe. Mirovic against Monroe. Driving in. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Willis Reed.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. No good on that one. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York? Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Fresh. It's the three-point bomb. Fresh has got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Nate McMillan. Young and Bogdanovich are their guards. Then it's Fresh. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Pettit in at the power forward. 5 on the clock. Here's Frazier. An easy 2 points on the layup. Frazier's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Fresh. He's tightly guarded. Back to Young. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop. It's there. Here's Frazier. The coast-to-coast dunk.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
To the middle. And he takes that one out.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up just as important.
Barrett the pass to Ewing. Shoots over Capella. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big...
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. The Hawks leading by 9. Pass to Fresh. From deep. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the dunk by Reed.
And it's about the want to. That's what Reed gives you. He can be the heart, the soul, and the backbone of your team.
56 seconds left in the first half. Fresh, the pass to Bogdanovich. And he drives in. and he banks in the layup. Bogdanovich has got his first basket of the night.
Probing and looking and finding ways. Bogdanovich really in attack mode here tonight.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Starks dishes to Reed. New York moving the ball around. Barrett kicks to Frazier. Passes it to Starks. A three ball. Good, and it's Frazier who picks the assist.
The three.
Frazier's got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for your Hawks. Play!
And the free throw, no good.
And Capella, just an outstanding rebounder on both ends of the floor. Shoots a tremendously high percentage from the field because he's always around the rim.
The Knicks shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
At the line for the Knicks, Michael Ray Richardson. Taking two
That
shots.
free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
Say this about Richardson. He is a fearless player. There isn't an opponent who doesn't think he can dominate or a situation he can't take charge of. There is no back down in Michael Ray.
From deep three-point range. Oh, and he almost had a four-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Team second.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third. 5 seconds left in the second. Here's Houston. Keeps it alive. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who stands by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Alongside Coach Thibodeau. Tibbs, some stuff to clean up. What will the points of emphasis be going into the second half?
Better defense. We keep allowing them to get second shots, defensive transition, not challenging their shots properly. So if we don't play defense, we can't win.
And we'll see if your guys can stick to the script better in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Hawks' first half.
Ball movement was a real factor for them on offense. They played unselfishly with patience. The guys got shots in their favorite spots. When you get those high percentage looks, good things tend to happen.
And over to Kenny. What do you think about New York?
Well, it's never fun. When you're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
As we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Lucas. Frazier is out there with Starks. Then it's Barrett, and it's Ewing in at the center position.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
A shot by Wilkins, no good. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for New York. It's a 13-point game. AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Wilkins, it's slammed in by Wilkins.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Maravich, the pass to Fresh. With the shot. This is off the left iron. Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Frazier. Wilkins against Starks. Frazier scanning the floor. And Barrett out top of the key. Just 4 to shoot. A shot by Starks, no good. Atlanta leading by 12. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Fresh can't get it to go. And Fresh picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Knicks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. No good on the free throw. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. Knicks leading by 3. So with Horford sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Nate McMillan. Smith out there with Mutombo. Then there's Maravich. Then it's Fresh. And it's Wilkins in at the 3. Here's Barrett. 6 to shoot. Frazier kicks to Starks. Over Fresh. A shot Starks, no good. The Hawks shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that.
Oh, that's a great find by Mutombo. A guy who always seems to make the right play.
Now here's Frazier. Inside, here's Starks. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Wilkins finishing it off.
And I'm not sure it's even possible to throw it too high for Dominique. He has a vertical plus the rim, and that's an alley-oop waiting to happen every time he runs the floor.
Barrett against Wilkins. It's stolen by Wilkins. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
His second.
And ever since he came straight out of high school, there's always been a drive in Josh Smith. He plays like he's got something to prove.
2 shots.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Frazier, the pass to Barrett. Back to Frazier. Ewing, bounce pass. Starks kicks to Frazier. In the corner, Barrett with it. Out to Ewing. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Frazier. New York, no good that time either. The Hawks leading. Wilkins outside. The pass to Fresh. Over Starks. And he nails that one right through the net. 24 points for Fresh.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Starks kicks to Frazier. Ewing right side. Trying to find Frazier, and he's got it now.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the sheet.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Lucas is checked in for Reed. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He said, look, guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Trying to get something going. It will go down, and the Hawks lead has got down to 4 on the bucket from Ewing.
How about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's 29 points for Fresh.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Maravich against Frazier. Now here's Fresh. T right on him. 5 to shoot. Back to Maravich. Shoots over Frazier. Lucas with the rebound. Lucas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Frazier. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Three-pointer. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Pass to Ewing. Over Mutombo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
His second. Team's first.
It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
Shooting for New York.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Ewing. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Team second.
Passes it to Wilkins. And an intentional foul right there.
John Starks. His first. Team starting. At the line for Atlanta.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And you look at Wilkins, everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, I think he's just underrated as a basketball player. It just does so many things well for his team.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. A shot by Frazier, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed on. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
At the line for Atlanta, Pete Maravich. One shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
From deep, they get the rebound. From deep three-point range, off target with that shot. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Trey, leadership is such a key part of that point guard position. So what do you focus on with that?
I'm a big guy and good in team chemistry. So any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry. And I think that's where it starts without the court, because that translates on.
Yeah, you guys look like a tight-knit group right now, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.